Protesters gathering in Sacramento as the State Energy Commission addressed why drivers here in California pay so much more for gas than drivers do in other states. Thanks for joining us. For Fox 40 News at 5, I'm Nikki Lorenzo.
And I'm Eric Harriman. Fox 40's Capitol reporter Eitan Wallace is live in Sacramento to give us the important takeaways. And Eitan explaining why commissioners shared a lot of disappointment in who decided not to attend today.
Well, Eric and Nikki, good evening. And who did not attend were the representatives themselves from the oil companies. It all comes as Governor Gavin Newsom has called them out for record profits. While Californians experience high prices at the gas pump, members of the California Energy Commission held this meeting to address the issue seen statewide.
When you see these sudden and unprecedented price spikes, it does hit low-income Californians the hardest, and we're very mindful of that.
The meeting comes less than 2 months after California saw all-time highs at the pump in early October when the statewide average was $6.43 per gallon, nearly $2.60 more than the national average, something Governor Gavin Newsom has long blamed on oil companies.
The fact is, they're ripping you off.
Energy commissioners say they want to get to the bottom of the high prices.
The hearing is about today is to improve the transparency of what's exactly happening.
During the meeting, Commission staff shared data pointing out California's oil prices have long been higher than the rest of the nation because of factors like higher taxes, gas production costs, and environmental protections. The Russian invasion of Ukraine and refinery maintenance, they say, certainly has not helped. But even with all of that, they believe prices should not be as high as they've been, and they want to see more data directly from the oil companies themselves. To the frustration of the commissioners, 5 of the state's top producing oil companies who were invited did not attend.
The 5 major oil refineries that produce 97% of California's gasoline and diesel didn't show up. That's profoundly disappointing.
The governor wants the legislature to get behind a windfall profits tax on oil companies, a sentiment supported by some of the speakers at the meeting.
This is the problem, in my view. 5 oil refiners make 97% of our gasoline. And when they want to squeeze us, they can.
But members of the Western States Petroleum Association who were at the meeting say the issue is not so simple.
What we pay at the pump is due to a number of very complicated factors. Supply and demand, global volatility, what we see going on around the world with wars and such, outages of refineries, a number of factors, public policy being at the top of that list, our tax environment. So to try to simplify it, to try to say these guys are bad and these guys are good, that's not a solution that works. That doesn't help Californians.
So what happens next? Well, the governor wants a legislature to approve his oil windfall profits tax proposal as soon as lawmakers reconvene in the coming weeks. Reporting live downtown, Eitan Wallace, Fox 40 News.